What's up YouTube? YamaArashi here. Today I'm coming at you with a special GoodCard.dek episode. This is the deck profile for Massachusetts Regional that just happened. This is my friend, his build, Jose Suarez, his Hieratics, with a little bit of Chaos in there, Chaos Dragon kind of Hieratic. I personally love it. This guy knows what he's doing. He's a great player, loves dragon decks in general. So, and I just like that he got 15th place. So it's really nice to see a buddy top, especially when you don't get to. All right, we're gonna get started with the deck list. One Cursive Dragon for the rank 5 exceeds. Pretty good. I like his 5 lineup, especially with the print of Volcasaurus out now. Then we have Luster Dragon number 2 and Wattail Dragon. That's to get over Chain Disappearance, so people will stop citing that, but I saw it happen to me a couple times. So these two guys, they're also really good because you get to tribute to normal summon, so you can just like special summon Tefnuit and then normal these guys and still get a, like maybe get the other vanilla and then exceed. So it's really nice. Then we have one Battle Fader and one in the side, just stops OTKs. Warnings at 1, so it's either they don't play it or they don't draw it. So I like this card. Then we have 2 Card-Card-E, really good first turn, especially if you can do this and Duality or Duality into Card-Card. It's just a great first turn opening start when you win the dice roll. If you lose the dice roll, it doesn't matter, you know, just now you have your battle phase, so it's really great. And then I love this card. I was checking it in Lightsworns for a little bit, but then I found it was really bad in that deck. Exodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord. So this guy is really cool, and he's level 10. So there's like 3 things you do with this guy. So you special summon him, and when you do, you take all the cards in your deck or in your graveyard and you put them in the deck. So it's a super pot of avarice. You just put everything back, and so right here it says this card cannot be special summoned except by returning all monsters in your graveyard to your deck. So you get all your exceeds back, you get all your dragons back, and it's just plays for days, son. And you make Gustav Max with it, with Red MD, so it's really, really, really good. And Tragodia too, but anyway. Gen X Ally Birdman makes plays for days again. You know, you bounce, like, you'll Atum into Red MD, and then you just bounce Red MD, special Birdman, then you banish the used Atum for Red MD, and now you have a 2800 attacker. And it's also a level 3 tuner, so with your asset you can make level 8 synchros, so it's very nice. Then we have 1 Gores, you know, again stops OTKs, warnings at 1, so can't really touch this card. And so it's like the counter OTK card, and it's a dark, so you can either banish it or pitch it from the hand to Special Light Pulsar Dragon. So, like I said, plays for days with this deck, man. Hieratic Dragon Esset. This is the one that you normal summon without tributing, and you target 1 dragon normal monster and they all become that level. So you play 3 of this card so that you can make 6s for days. Just make all 6 or all 5, you know, and then you make exceeds. So this is a level manipulator, and it's your normal summon sometimes. And this one is decent, so you played it too. It's still a 5, so this is the one you're probably going to use with Cursive Dragon to make 5 plays, but you special summon this card from the hand, and you can normal summon it. It's just like, you know, so you have plays for days, like I said, plays for days. And so you tribute it to target one monster and pop it. So you can like get rid of a monster, and then you exceed for Volcasaurus, and then pop a monster and burn. So you just like I said, plays for days. That's why I got 15th. All right, then you got Sue, very popular card. A lot of if any deck ever techs in like Hieratics for free sixes or lights and dragons and stuff, it's always 3 Sue, 3 Tefnuit at the least, from what I've seen. And everybody knows this. You tribute to target a spell or trap card and destroy it, which is really good. Like if your opponent sets a Mirror Force or Magic Cylinder or Threatening Roar, not to go off, stuff like that. Or if it's their only Mirror Force on the field, then just go for game. And then obviously 3 Tefnuit, great card because it's a Cyber Dragon that also lets you get your vanillas out of the deck and out of the grave, just like the other ones. Then you have Honest because all your attacking monsters, except for Thunder Charger, is light. So if you just like leave a Sue on the field and they try to attack you or something, then you're just like, okay, damage that? Honest. And you just, it just wins. Wins games. I love it. Alright, then we have 1 Light Pulsar Dragon. I agree that more than one would probably be too many. And also with Light Pulsar, if they get over this, then you get a free Red Eyes Darkness Male Dragon. And there's so many ways to summon this, like, oh, my Tragodia and my Curse of Dragon and my Watt Tail are dead in my hand. Let me summon my Light Pulsar Dragon from the graveyard and do 25 damage. So that's really, really good. And you can tribute to normal summon it. So, like I said, this deck has place for days, and all the monsters are humongous with great effects. Then we have Red Eyes Darkness Metal, plays for days. That's going to be like in the description or something. This deck has plays for days. And you can make Gustav with it if you really need to. Like if it's at 0 attack, might as well make Gustav. Same. And then we have Tragodia, same thing as Gores. Solemn Warning is at 1. Makes all these OTK decks just really easy to top, I think. And also makes Gustav, or level manipulates, like Esset, and you can make like 5 and 6 plays. Not a ton because it requires dragon types, but you can make like Exabeetle or Crimson Ninja, which is a really good card, I think. So yeah, Tragodia at 2, very viable. I like it. Then we have Allure of Darkness. You're gonna get those, maybe a dead Birdman, and you need your pieces. Maybe a Battle Fader you don't need, or just cards like that. So you're gonna draw 2 and see what you get, and you just get to your pieces a lot faster, kind of like with Duality, except there's no restriction to special summoning. It's a great card. You can set it as a bluff, like they could think it's an MST, and then they'll be like trying to get around it, or maybe if it's Book of Moon, if they saw that game 1, So then we have Book of Moon. It's really good at making plays just because it puts them in defense mode, and you have Thunder Dragon that you just summon for free, because this thing does piercing damage. Like if you didn't think it was bad enough, that you can summon Volcasaurus, pop and burn your opponent, and not attack. Oh wait, there's Thunder Dragon. Or Thunder Charger. You're just gonna overlay onto Volcasaurus, and then attack for 26 with piercing damage. Great, as if that card wasn't broken enough. Now Volcasaurus is a thing. So Book of Moon, I really like it. Then we have Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and Monster Reborn just to knock that out. 3 MST because all the back row hates. Then we have 2 Forbidden Lance. I really like this because you die to Bottomless, and Deprison, and Mirror Force. If you only have 1 attacker, it's really viable to activate. You know, and also if your opponent tries to attack over you using Lance, because all you guys are really big, then you can counter Lance, and that's, it's just really good. Then 2, Seal of Convocation. It's your searcher. You have to play as many as possible, and they cut it to 2 because Hieratics are OP. And 2, Duality. Again, it's a searcher. You grab anything, and then you wait a turn. So you can like Duality into Card Car, or Duality into like a Sue or a Tefnuit, and then just summon Card Car, or you can just, set up your plays, man. It's just really good. I love it. I love this deck. And I like that there's no traps, just fuck traps. We got monsters up in here. So, I really like this. Then we're going to go to extra deck. Crimson Blader, MVP, I think, of this extra deck. Just like, oh my goodness, with water, it's just like, okay, I'll destroy your Lind. Now you can't special summon that, anything. Okay, have your lead. It's only 27, and then I can like set lands and pass. And now you can't do anything except for maybe pike me, and that's it. But the restriction still stays, on the as long as it destroyed a monster. You still can't special summon your Megalo and make plays for days. Then we have Scrap Dragon, another big beater that has really good plays. Like, say you're really late into the game, you have a dead Duality you really don't want to use, or an MST because you're playing against water. So you set the MST and you're like, alright, activate Scrap Dragon effect. Pop, pop. And then you can attack, or, if it's threatening, just be like, oh, fuck me. So we have Stardust Dragon. Been a staple, will be a staple, always a staple, as long as you can make a level 8 synchro, because destruction effects are so good. Fire Fist, water, all these decks destroy. You just want to negate the best one you can do and then get it back to synchro again later. Then 2, Gaia Dragon. I was thinking that he was going to play 3 just because you have a Tums and Volcasaurus to abuse. But I agree with 2 because extra deck space is really tight, and you have Exodia, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord, Exodius. So you can just recycle it back into the extra deck, and you can just use it again. It's fine. And it's also really conservative. You don't have to use it every single time. And we have Inzector, Exabeetle. This and Photon Strike Bouncer are like the only viable 6s in every deck, so that's why I don't really like how, say, like Reaper of Prophecy is a 6. Like, if it was a 5, that would be so much better. But anyway, we're on Hieratics right now, so. But I like this card because it's really low, which is whatever, but when it's summoned, you target a monster in either player's graveyard. So if they're playing like any kind of chaos, they probably have a BLS somewhere. Equip it to this card, and you gain that attack equal to half. So if you do steal a BLS, you go up to 25. Still pretty good. No matter what you take, though, you detach a material and target one face-up card on each side of the field and send those targets to the graveyard. So what that means is when you equipped, that card is a free pop. So it's really good. I like that. Then we have Crimson Armor Ninja. My personal favorite 5. I think Adrius would have been a good choice, but again, this extra deck is so tight. And Volcasaurus does the same thing but better. So I think Armor Ninja was a really good spot to fill in this extra deck. For those of you who don't know what it does, it's once per turn during either player's turn, detach an XYZ, and this card basically, because it's the only ninja you'll ever play, cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So you can run into Mirror Force no problem. You can you basically negate a dark hole if it's your standalone. Like I said, it just plays for days with this card and the whole entire deck. Then we have number 25, Force Focus. It's a really big beater, rank 6 at 2800 attack. So it's really good, in my opinion. It's also a quick effect, and you can detach an XYZ to target a level 5 or higher effect monster your opponent controls, negate the effect of the monster until the end of the turn. So, then we have number 61, Suarez. This card puts in work. Once per turn, detach one XYZ from this card. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy that monster. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. And then it can't attack during the turn you activate this effect. Cool thing about that, like I said before, you just, after you activate effect, overlay Gaia Dragon, good to go. Then we have Photon Strike Bouncer, the only real viable rank 6 right now, other than Exobeetle. I like it because it negates effects on the field and burns for 1,000. Only thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't destroy on resolution, kind of like Herald of Orange. You know, it negates and destroys. So this card has its advantages and disadvantages, but it's also really easy to summon. So I like this card. Then we have Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max, or Gustav Max for short. It's 3000 attack, 3000 defense. Super easy to summon in this deck, in my opinion. Once per turn, detach one XYZ from this card and inflict 2000 damage to your opponent. So this guy is, at least 2000 damage every turn without Valor, baiting Valor. But that's what I think Card D is for. It also baits the Valors, and then you just let it die. So you get this guy out. Nobody's playing hand traps really anyway. So you just summon this guy, burn for 2, attack for 3, sounds good. Then we have Tyrus, Keeper of Genesis. Make 2 5s. Can't die to Mirror Force while you have it with materials. And after it's attacked, at the end of the battle phase, you get to pop a card. Sounds pretty freaking good. So, this has been another episode of GoodCards.dek. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'd like to congratulate my friend Jose for topping this regional and letting me have the deck list so I can post it up and share it with you guys and show you how viable Hieratics are right now. So, comment down below what you think. Click the like and subscribe button if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys next time.